Hey, my name is Ritesh, and I spent over $200,000 on my MBA from the world's top business school for marketing. In this explainer, I'm going to share how you can get that exact same knowledge without that insane price tag. This is the 200K MBA.
Okay, let's just start with the big, scary number. $200,000. I mean, just look at that. Let it sink in for a second.
Yep, that's what it cost me to get my MBA from the Kellogg School of Management. Look, college tuition can be absolutely brutal, I get it. I know because, well, I spent 200 grand on mine. But here's the thing, nobody should have to pay that much for this kind of knowledge. So I took everything I learned and I boiled it down into this course. You get all that insight for about the price of a nice sit-down dinner. Now, don't get me wrong, if you've got the money for a top MBA, it's totally worth it. But if you don't, this is the closest thing you're ever going to find.
But you know, it's not even just about the tuition. Let's talk about what's hiding beyond that price tag, the other frustrations that come with traditional education.
So here's the deal with most MBA courses. First off, let's just be honest, a lot of them can be seriously boring. They're jam-packed with complicated academic jargon that just makes your head spin, and maybe worst of all, they send you down these endless rabbit holes. You start looking into one little idea, and before you know it, you're lost in the weeds and you haven't learned anything practical.
Okay, so this quote is a little blunt, but it kind of hits the nail on the head, right? Professors are absolutely brilliant, but they can get so deep in the world of academic theory that they sometimes lose sight of how things work in the real world.
And that disconnect, that's the very reason we built something different, something I think is a whole lot better. So let's talk about the jargon-free solution. We have a pretty intense process for this. We start with all the latest research and what the best in the industry are actually doing. Then we just cut out all the junk, all the fluff, the theory that doesn't matter, and especially that academic jargon. We replace it with simple language, awesome real-world examples, and yeah, even a little bit of humor to keep things interesting.
It all comes down to this idea we call just enough depth. The goal here is for you to learn enough to make smart decisions, to actually sound like you know what you're talking about in meetings, and to know what to Google if you ever do need to go deeper. It's all about avoiding those rabbit holes.
So, what are you actually going to learn? The range is kind of wild. We're talking everything from high-level global leadership all the way to high-stakes hostage negotiation.
I mean, our core curriculum really covers all the bases you need to be a great leader. We're diving into how to create a vision, the principles of leading global teams, how to manage a crisis without freaking out. We even dig into corporate governance, using case studies of legends like Steve Jobs and Richard Branson to make it all real.
And speaking of skills you absolutely need, you are going to learn how to negotiate.
From a former FBI hostage negotiator. Yeah, you heard that right. I put my $200,000 ego aside and learned from the real pros. People like Chris Voss. Whether they have a PhD or not, we go straight to the people who've actually done this stuff in the real world.
So our whole approach is this unique mix you just won't find anywhere else. It's built on 4 equal parts: the latest research, what's working in the industry right now, lessons from over 100 of the best business books, and of course, that priceless knowledge from real-world experts.
Okay, so what does this all mean for you? Why should you care? Let's talk about your impact. What actually happens when you take this knowledge out into the world? It's really a simple, powerful formula. You're going to master these incredible skills, you're going to apply them, you're going to execute ruthlessly, and you are going to get real results.
And the outcome of all that? Well, you'll produce results that people simply can't ignore. Your impact will become undeniable. Trust me, people are going to take notice. And when they do, the rewards will follow.
I want to close this out with one of my all-time favorite quotes. It's from Michelangelo. He said, "The greatest danger is not that we aim too high and miss it, but that we aim too low and reach it." So as you start this journey with us, know that my expectations for you are very, very high. I honestly can't wait to see the incredible things you're going to accomplish. Onwards.